Welcome back to the episode of the newest talked and made articles about Roblox, and I found it to be absolutely hilarious, so now here I am making a video about it, a series that doesn't actually exist but very likely should become a real thing at this point. At ChloeGames, I found this news article about how people bypassed the filter and had news people write about it. Found it first thing when I opened Google. It can never be something simple though. From what this tweet is trying to tell me, it looks like the entire news article was written about people bypassing the filter on Roblox, and I really couldn't find a reason why they would want to do that at such a random time when that particular problem isn't currently on the rise until I actually started reading it for myself. Kids gaming platform Roblox faces hurdles ahead of public listing, rough words. They are talking about Roblox going public recently and how some players bypassing the filter could end up hurting the platform in terms of going public like they had planned to do. Now, some people are confused. I don't mean going public as if to say it was a private thing this entire time, because it wasn't. Roblox has always been a public platform for anyone to use, but I mean going public as in stocks and investments, plus anything and everything like that. Roblox going public means that they will allow people to buy shares of their own company. Stock market launch is a type of public offering in which shares of a company are sold to institutional investors and usually also retail investors. So I don't know how many people are gonna understand what I'm trying to say from this teeny tiny explanation alone, but that's not what I'm trying to make the video about, so I'm gonna leave it there anyway. Profanities and other offensive content that basic word filtering tools are designed to catch can be found in some game titles and user profiles on children's gaming platform Roblox, and then they say searches of the website, which is completely unrelated to what I thought it was about. But basically, here is one thing that I've never talked about and actually never raised any suspicion about. I suppose mainly because it doesn't change absolutely anything, and if anything, it's just very slightly infuriating. But even when you're trying to search for something on the Roblox website, the filter is always on at all times. It can and it will apply to whatever you are trying to type into those search bars, despite the fact that not a single soul can see what you are putting into them except from yourself. In all the time that has passed since I first realized that that was a feature on Roblox, I genuinely have never seen the point in them putting a filter somewhere like that, and in fact, it has only made things slightly more difficult, and I don't know if this is still in place, but when searching for my own username, it hashtagged a lot, and I never had any idea why. I'm more than sure that there must be a perfect explanation as to why the filter continues to remain so strict on something where only you can see what you are writing, but I'm still yet to figure out that reason. Hello there, please make sure to leave a like on this video or your username on Roblox will also get hashtagged, and trust me, you don't want that. And of course, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because you know our current goal by now. Let's get ourselves to 300,000 subscribers. Parenting groups and investors alike said they were concerned about whether the company's automated systems to moderate content can effectively delete potentially offensive language and images that pop up on the platform. Oh, trust me, it definitely can effectively delete all of that stuff and more, because they went so overboard with making sure their automatic moderation and filters do work that people can't even say numbers anymore, and you will often find that when trying to talk to someone on Roblox, the most random words will end up getting picked up by the filter. For a lovely and personal example, I was talking to a friend in a game just last week, and I kept trying to type the same sentence for them, but literally the word they would keep showing up as hashtags. People can find ways to severely bypass the filter and say quite possibly the worst swear words you could imagine to each other, but on this particular occasion I was not allowed to say the word they, and things have always been this way. Flip to another sentence that still contains the word they, and you will find that the filter changed its mind and you can now say that disgusting word once again. But when it comes down to it, I think I would much rather have an overly strict filter on the entire platform versus a more relaxed filter that could and would often let inappropriate language slip through the cracks. Roblox has said it has 1,600 people working full-time to eliminate inappropriate content on the platform. I suppose these are the things that we don't hear about, and it is refreshingly nice to hear that they are not just completely ignoring these extremely present issues. Based on this one sentence, it looks like they are trying to do something about it. They just don't tell us anything, which is fine because I guess the circumstances could be a whole lot worse. The company acknowledged that from time to time, inappropriate content is successfully uploaded onto our platform and can be viewed by others prior to being identified and removed by us. Now, that is something that I did not expect to see in this news article. Roblox admitting that they know people can often bypass their own filter, and I don't mean that in a bad way, like, Roblox admitted that people bypass the filter and they don't even do anything about it. I mean this in the best way possible. I truly didn't expect them to outright acknowledge that it does happen, and it is a very present and active issue and has been for a long time. So hopefully with them acknowledging it directly, this means that they really are serious about tackling the issue head on. All sites that rely on users to create material must grapple with how much effort to expend policing that content, and even if that is enormous, there could still be inappropriate posts. Now that's correct, and that's why it's such a difficult issue to actually find solutions for, and unfortunately an issue that I don't ever see getting a permanent fix. To no fault of Roblox themselves, I believe, but with the entire platform being user-generated content from the clothing and the games, and now to even the hats and accessories, basically everything we have is created by the users for the users, and everyone knows how much I love UGC on Roblox, and so I would not have it any other way. But as this is suggesting, I think that perhaps having everything be UGC can also often contribute to how easy it is, obviously, for some people to bypass the filter sometimes. And I don't know if this sounds like I am blaming Roblox or anything like that, but I truly hope not, because that's not what I'm getting at here. I guess if anything, I just want people to be a little bit nicer towards Roblox, because I know it's a very serious problem, but they are trying their best, whether it looks like it or not. You know, I never really had any concerns about the Roblox filter being something to worry about with the news of Roblox filing to go public, and that's coming from me, someone who has extensively talked about the filter bypass problem, probably far too much. Like, I just think it's extremely unrealistic that people are expecting Roblox to be 100% perfect and strict, guaranteeing that bypassing the filter will never be something that happens on this platform, and especially to single Roblox out in such a way, acting as if this only happens on this one area of the internet and everywhere else is clean. Go on quite literally any game out there, whether they have a filter or not, and I promise you that in one way or another you are eventually going to find someone bypassing a filter, no matter which game you decided to visit. Players are smart, and sometimes far too smart for their own good, and so add that onto the fact that they are being told that they can't say this or they can't say that, and it's going to make them push themselves to find a way in which they can say it. The desire to say those specific words comes purely from the fact that they are being told in the rules of the game they are playing that they cannot say it. You know, this isn't exclusively a Roblox thing, and that's why I don't think it should negatively affect anything they do. But anyway guys, think of Roblox filing to go public, so then news articles talking about why that could be a problem because some players like to bypass the filter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.